put together this short video of 3 to 4 exercises that are going to help you break up prolonged periods of sitting. This could be while you're doing your exams or long periods of revision, or it could be used for travelling long distances as well. So our first exercise is going to be a hip flexor stretch using the wall. So we're going to come into a lunge position and we're going to put our hands up onto the wall. So from here we're going to keep the back straight. We're going to pick our heel up at the back and bring our heel up towards our butt. From here we're going to keep this angle nice and short, and then we're going to lean in towards the wall, bring this hip forward so that we're extending through the hip and flexing through the knee, so that the two joint muscles on the front of the quad are getting a good stretch. If you don't have enough range through your quads, you just let your heel relax onto the floor, and it's the same exercise. So you're pushing your hips forwards, so you can see we're extending through the hip, and then coming back out. We would do 5 to 6 on one side, and then switch over and do 5 to 6 on the other, making sure that the back is nice and straight and the head is aligned with the back. So we're going to start with our knees at 90 degrees. From here we're going to squeeze our glutes, keep our back straight and come up into a bridge, and then we're going to take the hand over the opposite shoulder. So in this position we're lengthening through thoracic spine through the back, and then we're going to alternate over to the other side. Good. And we would do 10 reps and do that a couple of times through. So to look at that exercise from a slightly different angle, 90 degrees at the knees, we're going to squeeze the glutes, keeping the back straight, and come up into a bridge. From there we're going to take our right hand across over our left shoulder, so we're extending through chest, through the lower back and down through the legs. Come in, come back down, back up, and reach over to the opposite side. And back in, and relax. Our third exercise is a downward dog into a cobra. So we're going to start in a press up position, hands outside the shoulders. From here we're going to press up and then shoot the hips back and up, keeping the back nice and straight and the head in line with the back. This stretches out everything down the hamstrings and through the lower back. And then from here we're going to sweep the hips forwards, come through and up into a cobra. So extend the arms, try not to overextend through the back. And then from here, we come back into our press-up position. If you haven't got a lot of mobility through the lower spine, we'll show you a slightly reduced one. So we're going to come back up into a press-up position, shoot your hips back into a downward dog, stretch out the lower back, and then we're going to come through into a baby cobra. So you sweep through and drop the hips down and keep the elbows bent this time. Okay, so our fourth and final exercise is a Spider-Man with a reach. So for this, we're going to take a step forwards and slightly out to side with our front leg. We're going to come down and we're going to use our elbow to push our knees slightly out to the side, which gives us our adductor stretch. We're going to drop the knee slightly back in. We're now going to shoot the hips up and backwards, sliding the front hand up the shin to come up into a hamstring stretch. Then we're going to drop back down. The hand comes on the inside of the ankle. From here, the back hip shoots up and backwards. Keeping that position, we're going to take the outside arm up to the ceiling. The head comes round with the arm, so that we're opening up through the pecs and the chest, through the middle of your back and down into the lower back as well. Then we drop back down, and then we come through into the second leg. So we take a step up, out to the side, we drop down, we use our elbow to push our knee to the side to stretch the adductor. We drop that knee back in, we shoot our hips back and up, sliding the hand up the shin to come into our hamstring stretch. Dropping back down, the hand comes on the inside of the ankle, this back hip shoots up and backwards to extend the leg. and then the outside arm comes up, our head follows our hand, opening up through the chest, through the middle of your back and down through the hips. Then come back down, and we would step through and continue this with 5 or 6 steps, so 3 on each side.